Are you looking for a place to get out of your daily home routine and collaborate with other like-minded individuals? Then join us at WorkFind 209, where we offer shared workspaces for entrepreneurs, startup companies, freelancers, small businesses, and growing enterprises. Here you can work independently and collaboratively, experience networking opportunities and business growth. Come build a stronger community in a space to start, develop, grow, and launch. Check out workfind209.com.
Well, welcome everybody to Eric and Linda Live. We are live and back in the studio.
Yes.
I know we were off site last time. We were online, but I'm Eric.
And I'm Linda. Welcome to our show, everyone. We had a great vacation. It was really great. But hey, let me talk about WorkFind 209. So we're located out here in Tracy, California. We're a workspace. We offer meeting room space and a whole bunch of space for people that need space to work in. For small businesses, large businesses, students even. And there's people, even depositions that happen in our space. But we also have bingo in our space.
Bingo! Yes, we're doing bingo now.
Yep. Started about a month ago. And all the funds totally support our Uni 2 programs, which is teaching technology to, it used to only be youth, at-risk youth, but now it's, all the way up to seniors. So we have that going on. And
can I interrupt? I just want to interject too, because we have some really magnificent people. If you guys ever need computer technology, and just to kind of share a little bit about our nonprofit Uni 2, we do training, we do sales, we do services, and we donate computers. And so, if you ever run across someone who is in need of a computer, we have computers ready to go to donate to families in need. And we have some amazing interns and interns. And we have some paid staff as well from several different programs. And it's just a wonderful thing that we're doing to help teach and train these young individuals.
Yeah, so we do have high school students that are interning right now. So you might be able to see one of them. And then we have some WorkNet students, Delta College students that are coming in. And right now I'm waiting on some seniors to come back. They haven't released them yet because of COVID, but once they get back, we'll have them in our seats as well.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about Uni 2?
Yeah, I just wanted to give a plug out because there's always somebody that may need something. You may need a service. We, on your computer, may have some issues or whatnot. We do offer services for your computer repairs.
Yeah. And so another thing that Eric and I do is real estate.
Yeah.
And we had a big win. That we just closed on a property, and we helped our kids purchase their first investment property out here in Tracy.
Wow.
And so it was just a great deal.
It was great. They're excited, they're college graduates. Dad, Mom, we want to buy a house. Okay, well, let's get this thing together. And we worked it out for them. So congratulations, EJ Chanel.
Yes, congratulations on your new property.
Yeah.
And you need to put a little bit of plug in for the real estate agent who helped you. Anyways.
The Eric and Linda team in real estate.
And you know what? Chanel got her license too. So
absolutely.
If she decides to put it on the market, she could activate her real estate license.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to our show. Happy that you guys have joined us this evening.
Yes.
We have a super duper guest this evening. I can't wait till Eric introduces him. He's really sitting next door, and they're doing some great things, and we want him to share what his city is doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to share a little bit about Hawaii because that was really wonderful time. We were challenged initially, like who's going to cover the office, what are we going to do? But it all came together. We were definitely blessed with some excellent people that came to help out. George, Elijah, Betty all stepped up to kind of cover for us. And, Hawaii was my first time, and it was wonderful. We went to Maui, and I'm telling you, every night we were able, most of the nights, because there's some couple nights it was cloudy, see the sunset. We were able to hang out on the beach. Man, I wish I had some pictures to share of some of the great food.
Yes.
They have some awesome food out there. I'm sure we have some here too. But being in Hawaii on vacation, eating the food was like amazing.
It was good. Yeah, Eric got Maui'd out there for sure.
Yeah.
And I learned some history too. Actually, I was born in Hawaii in Honolulu, and Maui is an island I haven't visited, and a lot of great people out there. I've noticed that there's a lot of Filipinos out there.
Yeah.
So it was really a great experience. Nice people, great food. The weather was awesome.
Yeah,
it was pouring down rain out here in the bay. But we were in our shorts
on the
and
beach.
tank tops, enjoying the nice weather. And it wasn't too hot, and it sure wasn't cold at all. So also one thing we want to mention, we don't want you to forget, for those of you out there viewing, we have that game right there. It's called the Numbers Up game. And you pick a number between 1 and 50, the closest without going over. And we have one winner who wins a $10 Amazon gift card. And the winners from last week, I haven't sent your gift card yet because I was on vacation. And when you go on vacation, you come back and there's like a ton of work that you got to get caught up on. So I will be sending those out tomorrow. Yes, and definitely thank you, Tracy, for being on our show while we were on vacation. We enjoyed you. And the only bad thing about Hawaii is, man, I got to work off that Hawaii extra weight.
Yeah,
all we did was eat and relax. So it was great. Anyways, let's go to commercial.
All right. After commercial break, we'll be bringing our guests on right after this.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I love those commercials. Our producers like, hey, we need some updated commercials. But you know what? They never get old to me.
No,
I love them.
Don't.
And they're done by Shelty. And so we also have a package for people that want a commercial too.
Yeah.
So bring that up real quick.
All right.
She does commercial packages. You passed it. Go
Yeah,
down just a little bit.
There we go.
Yep.
3 months contract. Not that much, right? If you need combo pack, we got starter packs. We got a little bit of everything for your commercial promotion. And our advertising plan. We have that too.
Yes, definitely. Anyways, Eric, you ready to introduce our guest?
Yes, our guest is all the way from a city next to our city in Tracy, from Antigua. We're going to welcome Randy Saffold. What's up, Randy? How you doing?
What's up, y'all? How are you guys doing today? Good to see you all.
Good,
it's good
man.
to have you on our show. I'm so excited. I want to hear what's happening in Antigua, all the great things that are... sorry.
No. I was gonna apologize. I chop up everybody's name for whatever reason. I don't know. My brain just sometimes be firing off so much stuff. I apologize.
Oh, it's all fine. It's all fine.
So,
Yeah.
Randy, how you doing? Tell us what's going on. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, I'm doing great. So I'm again Randy Saffold. I serve as a senior management analyst with the Economic Development Division for the City of Manteca in the City Manager's Office. And we really have been working hard to try to help businesses come back from COVID. As you know, many of our small businesses were negatively impacted, and we lost, several, not just within the City of Manteca, but across California. My understanding is like minority-owned businesses, there's some high percentages that close. Some 400,000 businesses closed, and that was just in year one of the pandemic. And so there is something to be concerned about. So I've been running programs over the last year and a half to try and do phase one and phase two of grant programs for relief grants to help people, put in COVID. Help aids to whether it be barriers or signage or placards or stickers, giving them money now to help fix up their places in different ways in our phase two of the grant. So we're really trying to help small business be successful in the city of Manteca.
You
Wow.
know that's a great thing. You guys really do help the people. Like I want to give a shout out to City of Tracy too because they help their small businesses
Yeah.
as well. And it just brings joy to my heart that
Yeah.
we have people like you in positions to help minority businesses because
Yeah.
it's a true fact that we work harder and to even
There's
stay
challenges.
open and
Yeah.
then to have the pandemic really did wipe us out. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely a challenge. But what gets me excited is that your city is doing something to make a difference, right?
Right.
absolutely.
And
Right.
so are you seeing things now start to be redeveloped or shift more
Yeah,
positive?
there's a lot of positive things going on in our city right now. So one of the things that happened was the business's ability to pivot. We had several of our franchise businesses that were able to quickly get involved with online sales, whether that be DoorDash, Uber Eats. We had people exploring things like curbside pickup. There's a lot of places. The chain stores did a faster job of getting there, but some of our mom and pop shops did eventually get to a place where they were able to do that kind of work. But eventually we did lose some that were not able to pivot fast enough. There's a barbecue place that was on Yosemite that was struggling a little bit before COVID hit, and I just knew that they weren't going to make it. And sometimes you got to ask the question, when we're giving these grants, are we giving grants to a group that is going to make it? Are you giving grants to a group that is not going to make it? And so you don't want to throw good money after bad, and so those
Yeah.
are hard, tough choices that you have to make. But it is our hope that we see the growth and development. So Great Wolf Lodge recently opened up probably just after the first round of COVID lessening for the restrictions. So right when we left red tier and stopped using the tiered system, Great Wolf Lodge opened up, and we have seen a real influx of new tourists and visitors to our city. That parking lot is full almost every single day you go by there, and so
Wow.
that has drawn a lot more business into the city. And so the mom and pop shops are kind of slowly opening back up. You're seeing people sitting in restaurants again. They're still leaving the tables spaced properly or whatnot, following basic CDC COVID guidelines. But for the most part, Manteca is open and we're back and ready for business.
So the Great Wolf Lodge.
Yes.
I have not been there yet. You
Oh,
did
you
take us
gotta
on
go.
a tour of Manteca, so we got to see just about every inch of that. But how does how did you guys get that in Manteca?
I'm going to give you the short version of this story because I wasn't here long enough for the whole thing. That was a project that took over 10 years to develop.
Wow.
Prior to the management group that runs Great Wolf Lodge, there was a different organization that was vying for that space and that spot. So that's part of a global project, a planned area called the Family Entertainment Zone. And the Big League Dreams is one of the anchor properties on that in that family entertainment zone. Great Wolf Lodge was going to be the first true overnight stay family entertainment spot that came into that. And over a 10-year period, We went through CEQA, which is environmental studies, to make sure it was there. The way we won Great Wolf, there were a lot of people from Fresno all the way up to Sacramento and over in San Francisco. Everyone was competing to get that Great Wolf Lodge there. What they require is a certain number of population that's capable of getting there within a 300-mile radius. So we fit that bill for one of the locations. So Lathrop and Tracy were both fighting for it. We won it because we had already taken that area and made it shovel ready. So there's really a benefit in cities investing in their open land, putting in roads and streets, sewer and gutter, and actually making sure that the site is shovel ready so that when an opportunity like a Great Wolf comes around, you're able to land that. And really they're talking about timing. How fast can you get a development up and running? Having the property already, parceled out and entitled is a good way to start.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great that it's right off the freeway, or was that? Yeah, and so you could see it and people are like, hey, what is going on over there? Because there's always a full parking lot, and we reap the benefits too, even though we're just a city away, because
absolutely,
it brings business to your city, my city, and all the surrounding cities. So it's a great thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
Manteca is it seems like every time I drive through Manteca, I see another building. You guys are doing a lot of stuff in Manteca, right? And even homes. Can you share a little bit about the homes?
Yeah, we're doing very well. Right when the downturn happened in 2008, unlike a lot of cities that stopped building, Manteca continued. We didn't build at the same level and rate we're building now. We dropped down to probably about somewhere between 200 to 300 homes per year from that 2008 to maybe up through that 2011-12 time period. And then the number slowly grew. Now today, we are looking at over 8,000 to maybe 9,000 lots in some form of development. What that means is that we have over 8,000 entitled parcels already ready to go. And so there's another 1,000 in the pipeline in some stage of development. That means that they are either looking at preliminary designs, getting permits out, on things along those lines. And so we have quite a few things coming. So we've averaged over the last 3 to 5 years between first 500 to 600 homes. And then now we moved up to between 600 and 700 homes. And I believe I just got numbers probably about 3 months ago that we have over 800 permits pulled for this year for new housing starts. So Manteca is booming. And after the houses come the jobs, because when you get the right population and the right population mix, the jobs follow.
Yes, we want to hear more about those jobs.
Yeah.
But we do got to go to commercial break.
Yeah, we do.
So before we go on commercial break, we want to talk about the numbers up game. Pick a number of 1 through 50, the closest number to our number without going over. It will be the winner of that prize. The first person who picks that number is the owner of that number, and you win a $10 Amazon gift card. Yeah. So put your numbers in, and we'll be checking them.
Yeah, and I see some numbers in already, so put your numbers in.
Absolutely.
And we'll be right back with Randy Saffold.
Spent a lifetime learning how to be like you, learning how to walk like you, learning how to do what you did in the earth, time after time. Spent a lifetime learning how to see like you, learning how to love like you, learning how to do what you did in the earth.
Welcome back, everybody. You know what? Let's talk about those commercials again because I just love those commercials. And Chelsea, you know what? I am excited about the new commercials that you're going to come up with because I know they're going to be fabulous.
Yes.
And we do need to update our pictures because that's a really old picture of me. That's like 5 years old on my real estate. But anyways, to be more like you commercial, that is
coming up July 16th and 17th in 2022 in Walnut Creek at the Lesser Center of Arts. Wow, that's major.
And you know what? They're going to have more auditions coming in January, I believe. So we'll get that flyer up once Shelty gets it to us, and we'll start promoting that. So, anyways, welcome back, Andy.
Good to be back.
Yes, we were talking about jobs. So go ahead, ask your question.
Jobs. So currently in Manteca, do you see that what we see here in Tracy? I know we see there's a lot of jobs available, but not enough people to employ those jobs.
I think that I can definitely agree with that. In fact, I've got one business out here that is trying to scale up. They're trying to go from 16 employees to 17 employees. They're a high-tech manufacturer, and they contacted us for help and assistance to try and figure out how they can get to new workers. And the issue is they contacted us for help and assistance to try and figure out how they can get to new workers.
Maybe that's your phone?
Oh,
that's all right. That's pretty neat.
That's a first.
Now you're muted. Let me unmute you. Let's see.
There you go.
Right.
Apologize for that. I don't quite know what that was, but
that's all right. It happens. It happens on Channel 7 News.
Yes.
So what I was saying was this group contacted us to try and find workers. They're having trouble finding high-tech manufacturers. So if you know that you've got the Tesla plant out here now, and you've got over 94,000 people commute to the Bay Area from this Central Valley. And so some of those workers already have jobs and they're going other places. So getting those workers and finding them here or creating new career pathways is the work that we have to do. I also sit on a group within San Joaquin County that's actually looking at developing new high-tech manufacturing career paths, working with Delta College, the adult school, and other partners in this area so that we hope to have a regional plan for building more workers in these areas as well. And so we also are trying to look at getting things started for recreation and entertainment and hospitality management. With all these new people coming with the Great Wolf Lodges and all these hotels being built in the area, that's going to be another field where we can't get people, just like logistics, truck drivers. There's a whole bunch of people missing. And it's not just Tracy, Manteca, Stockton area. This is United States wide. There's a shortage of workers. Some of the workers aren't coming back due to COVID-related issues. Some of them are actually doing so well on the benefits they're getting on the side that it's not that enticing. When you weigh, the possibility of coming back and getting infected versus sitting home and getting a check, some people haven't had enough incentive to come out. And then others like working remote and they don't want to return back to their other jobs. And so they're waiting to find another remote work thing that they can continue to do. So it really is a challenging time for finding workers right now.
Yeah. I think like what you said, maybe, going into the college and finding the career path and, your local colleges, you can start creating that pipeline to go right into a career path locally. Right. I mean, I drove over that hill for 15 plus years and there's no way I would ever take a job back over there. I mean, and so being able to create that, I think, is a great opportunity for the people who live there. And maybe the surrounding cities can come together and start really creating a push, in the valley of being able to say, hey, we have these opportunities here. How can you not have to be on that road, 20 plus hours a week? I take maybe a little pay cut. I mean, I know some of those jobs over the hill pay quite a bit, but how do we also create that economic status in the valley?
I took a $10,000 pay cut when I changed work. I used to work in Hayward, and I decided to change fields, stay here, to not go over that hill. It was starting to wear and tear on my body, but I made that back up within a few years. And I off the top, $5,000 a year was just gas, going over the hill. And what is your body worth? So that pay cut is definitely worth it. But I think that our biggest thing is going to be logistics and all the things tied to that and all the companies around there. You mentioned all the warehouses being built in Tracy. Well, Manteca, Lathrop, Stockton. I think we've got 6 Amazons between Tracy and Stockton right now in our area. I think they just did a study nationwide. Next to Texas, we are the number 2 place for goods movement in the country, not just California, in the country. Manteca, San Joaquin County is the number 2 place for goods movement.
Wow,
that's good to know. I didn't know that. Yeah. But you made a point. It's like even though you take a pay cut, it was worth every penny that converting over to working here. Workfine wants to we're going to get to Manteca one day, because we want to help the remote workers too, and that's what our space is about, is helping the remote workers have a place instead of working from home. You know?
Exactly.
And what about, talking about work, and it made me think about entrepreneurs, right? So there's tons of entrepreneurs that are starting businesses locally. And what are you guys doing anything to support that or drive that entrepreneurship in your city?
We have done several programs to try to encourage entrepreneurship through those, especially coming back from COVID. But this year's economic development budget has some money set aside for small business development and assistance. We haven't come up with all of the programs yet that we want to utilize those funds for, but we have started building those things into the budget. I mean, we have if you look at Dunn's and Bradstreet, you'll find about 2,500 or 2,700 businesses in the city of Manteca. Over 1,500 of those are single person businesses within our city. So there's a lot of entrepreneurial business going on within the city of Manteca. Wow.
I do have another question, but I want to ask after we go to our commercial break. I just want to remind everybody about the Numbers Up game once again. And then I want to ask about recruitment for your jobs when we come back from our commercial break.
Okay. We'll be right back after the commercial break.
All the way up, turn it all the way up to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up. And tell him the brother calm down. Calm down. And fit a square with a round hole. Cause every time that I come around, I turn it as loud as it go. Sipping the rock, pink collide, or give me the lime. Ready or not, give me a sign if you want me to stop. Giving it to you a cappella, then music will drop. One at a time, singing a rhyme on the drop of a dime. It's got time to shine, baby. I'ma break it down until it's liquid. Turn up, stir it up, call it biscuit. Hold up, I'm turned to the max. So loud, I got a deaf mute in the back. I'm not gonna do what it does. The first time that he heard your names on the track. All the way up, turn it all the way.
Welcome back, everybody. Yes. You know what? It's so great to come back to these commercials. I miss them. But I see you grooving back there.
Hey, that bumper music was slapping.
Yeah, that's L.A. Jackson on the J. Lee commercial in his image barbershop. So go out and see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, LA Jackson. Hey, welcome LA Jackson to Modesto.
Yeah.
That's what I
from
heard.
Central Valley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, Eric, go ahead and ask your question. Or I was going to ask it, but you can ask it.
Okay, sure. No, I was going to ask a question. It made me think about when you said entrepreneurs. A lot of them are just kind of solo entrepreneurs, right? It's only one staff, and and one of the things that Lynn and I we talk about this a lot. How can we support and help, or what can we do to help those individual entrepreneurs to begin to scale? We want to be. I guess, a resource to these entrepreneurs to be able to help them get their business to that next level and be able to create jobs here, sustain here, live here, and grow here, in the Valley. And so it just made me think of that. And I'm sure that's probably maybe some of your goals, what you like to see in Manteca.
Yeah, I will tell you, I have a more non-traditional approach to business attraction. Retention's one thing, but you always do have to build attraction. But everybody wants to get a Trader Joe's in their community, but unless you have certain parameters like population over 100,000, Trader Joe's isn't looking at you. If your median home income and your housing don't match up, if your educational attainment don't match up, those are all indicators to let them know their store is going to be successful. So they're not coming. So instead, what I want to do is work with local mom and pop shops and help them first tech up. We learned during the grant process during COVID that a lot of people couldn't even apply for our grants online because they didn't know how to use computers functionally. A lot of people are using their phones, but guess what? It's a little harder to start an online shop and store from your phone, having real computer knowledge and really understanding how to do your shopping carts and, getting that technology education, getting exposed to those groups that can help you tech up. We want people selling online, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Services, being able to tie your inventory back to an online shopping cart so that you know what you have in your store and what you're selling online automatically deducts out of your inventory from your store. Those are important things that we have to help young entrepreneurs, whether they be mom and pop pottery shops, whether they be small restaurants or whatever. We have to help these people tech up and understand their growth potential. Don't just sell within your city, sell outside of your city. Figure out how to pack and ship. If you're doing brownies, don't just sell brownies locally at the bake shop. Figure out how to store, pack, figure out how to work with packers and other people that can actually grow. Look at ghost kitchens and do expansion that way. Serve your product in other restaurants. How do you make those connections? So I think that as professionals in this area, we have to help connect people to resources to help them learn how to expand and grow their businesses.
That's really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's getting me excited. I'm trying to maintain my seat.
Yeah, that is really good stuff. And people need to hear that. It's, I love it. I do.
Yeah.
I just don't know
because we talk about this stuff all the time. And
You're singing my song.
And we get so many people that come in and they don't have the technology skills. And we're trying to help them because, it may be a guy who did construction all his life or truck road, and he's now can't do that anymore. She can't do it anymore. And she's like, well, how do I turn on this computer? Well, our one of our goals is really to be able to be that connection, to be able to help and support them and give them the basic skills that they need to take that career path a lot of different ways.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's so true. Like I love that I could be mobile and do stuff on my phone, but it's not the same as doing it on a laptop or a computer or having, the programs. Like start to get nervous. Like if I don't have two screens and I'm just on my little screen, I'm like, oh my gosh. But we had this one guy that came to our meetup and he was talking about how great the mobile phone is, but he was like, come on now, you can't do a lot of things on your phone. And he was making jokes on, you have to have real good technology to, do other things than.
Right. I mean, the mobile phones are great. There's a lot. They've come a long way. Yes. Websites have come a long way. You can set up a whole Wix site with the shopping cart from your mobile phone. But if you still don't understand the fundamentals of how desktop computers work, the mobile phones are now mirroring desktop computers. If you don't understand it on a desktop, you're not going to understand it on your mobile phone, and it's going to be
Right.
even harder on your mobile phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Especially
agree.
when you're older and you need glasses like him and you're,
Well, thanks.
so, but yeah, I need them too. I just in denial. But anyways.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, so when you're talking about all the homes that you guys are building, and
Mhm.
I know I drove down, I think it's Woodard, and there used to be all these, I think, nut trees or apricots or
No,
something,
they were walnut trees
walnut trees, and
and
now they're
almonds.
all gone. They're
They're all
all
gone.
gone.
In fact, that's the community I live in. It's called Orchard Park Community because it was an orchard there. The orchard is, for the most part, gone. It has been replaced. Three different builders came in there. You had Meritage that took out the first set. Then you had KB Homes is in there. You've got about three additional builders that are over there as well. The Atherton group came in and they took a large swath of those, out of there. It's a lot of homes. I mean, when you talk about averaging 650 to 700 homes per year, and then this year we topped 800 new housing starts. That's a lot of homes. Imagine how many homes in a community would it take you to count to get to 800? Those are
Yeah.
whole neighborhoods going up at a time.
Yeah, that is a lot. So, do you guys have any ag in Manteca anymore?
There,
Yeah.
we're still expanding, we're still growing. We're looking at moving north for development for our industrial, and so we're in the process of speaking with Sajafka, which is a planning board for the county, as well as other neighboring cities. You always have sphere of influence conflicts that you have to negotiate with other groups, but the next things that are going to happen are going to be a little more northerly. That's where some of our new developments are going in. We have some new warehousing going in on Airport Road, headed towards Stockton, on our Airport Boulevard, right next to the intermodal site. So that's why Manteca is such an area for growth and development, and why our slogan is we're open for business. And Manteca, all roads lead to Manteca because we're at the heart of the Central Valley, which is the heart of California. You've got the 99, the 120, and the 5 that all bisect this area. But then you've got the Stockton Port, you've got the Stockton Airport, you've got the intermodal train facilities, 2 of them, as well as the trucking routes. And so you literally can get anything into this area and anything out of this area, which is why you have such a cluster of Amazons that just moved here. And we really are the place where you can make it, ship it.
Wow. Wow. I'm starting to think of another business that I want to do some shipping.
Aaron,
I know.
focus,
Okay.
focus,
I know.
focus.
Wow. Hey, I was reading your bio on LinkedIn, and it said, we only get a short time here, and we should use that time to be a blessing to others.
Yes.
And, I thought about that because I had just told somebody that a couple of days ago. I said, we all only have a short time, and what are we going to do with it? And so when you said that, expand just a little bit on that.
So what I mean by that is my philosophy is that, well, I'll go back real quick. I had a boss when I was at UC Berkeley who told me my job was to pick one person each year and uplift them and raise them, and to make sure that I did that every year of my life so that I could look back and find people that I uplifted and raised. That's what led me into higher education, because there's lots of young minds that I could influence. Well, now I'm not in higher education anymore, but I still try to find an opportunity to uplift a business, a small young entrepreneur, or work at my church. So I serve as an elder at my church, at Progressive Community Church in Stockton. I'm also in charge of the deacon board. And these are just all things that I do to try and give back to community, to make sure that I am helping people get to a different place. If you ever need a prayer dropped for you because you got an issue going on, you call me, because I will do that for you. I try to make sure that I stay connected. I'm a good listener, and I help people as much as I can, not only in business, but also in life. And I think that we're each called to, be a blessing to another person, so my time I can give freely. I get to decide where I give it. And so I choose to use my time in hopefully positive purposes to uplift programs, people, and people's spirits.
Wow.
That, and
That's awesome.
I will validate that, because we just met you this year, and you know what? You have
Yeah.
taken us in. You have really, you're
Yes,
just an
she said
awesome
yes.
person. I'm so glad that
What's up,
we,
Charlotte?
you somehow got in our pathway. How was it? But anyways, I'm glad because now we could reciprocate because we can pray for you too.
Absolutely. Hey, I
Yeah.
accepting all prayers all the time.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Wow. I mean, that's like a good closing piece. I mean, helping others and being a blessing because of time, we just don't know how much more time we have left.
Tomorrow is
we
not
know
promised to
it's
any of
not
us.
promised. And
That's
so,
right.
yeah, I like that. Man,
Yes.
be a blessing to others.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And look, we haven't forgot. Work Fine won't get to Manteca one way or another, but I do plan on being there because Manteca is a place to be.
It is. But I hope we don't have to wait 10 years like the
no.
Right. It's coming. It's coming. We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
Absolutely.
I'm still looking for places for you too if that other one doesn't work out.
Yeah, I appreciate that for sure.
Yes.
Wow, man. Well, thanks, Randy, for being a part of our show, man. Really appreciate you coming out and sharing and taking some time. I know you probably be home with your feet kicked back up, today, but we really appreciate it. Thank you for being on our show.
It's
and
a
anybody
pleasure.
out there watching, yes. I put his email. If you have questions about the city of Manteca, reach out to Randy. His email's right there. I also put it in the chat.
Yes, and we will have you back because I know Manteca.
I'd be happy to come back.
And we need updates. Updates.
Yes.
So we'll have you back and we'll definitely keep in touch for sure.
All right.
Thank you, Randy, for your time.
Thank you, guys.
It was a great show today.
Yeah, well,
appreciate being on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, but before we go to commercial break, guess what?
Oh, yeah, the Numbers Up game. All right, so we'll play it when we get back.
All right, we'll play it when we get back. Right after this commercial break, wherever the commercials are.
For a place to get out of your daily home routine and collaborate with other like-minded individuals? Then join us at Workfind 209, where we offer shared workspaces for entrepreneurs, startup companies, freelancers, small businesses, and growing enterprises. Here you can work independently and collaboratively, experience networking opportunities and business growth. Come build a stronger community in a space to start, develop, grow, and launch. Check out workfind209.com.
Welcome back, everybody. You know what? Erica did a flashback on the last commercial.
Yeah.
That was that's when we first started. That was before Shell T.
Yeah.
So thank God for Shell T, right? Because he made our commercials
Great show. What's up,
way
Bruce?
Better.
Bruce, what's up? Charlotte Giles.
Hey, Char.
All right. We got some numbers in the number up game.
Yes.
All right. Hope you guys are still on. But it's time for the numbers up game. Oh, that number came out fast.
It really did. Okay, what do we have here? We have N37.
Number 37, Rose Clemens. She's the closest right now. Melissa. 30. You said 37.
Yeah,
37. Charlotte Giles is the
really
closest.
I know she better be on.
Denisha Colbert. Yeah, last time she missed out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bruce 23. So the number 37 and the closest is Charlotte Giles.
Charlotte, I know you're still
Where
there.
you at? Yay! She said yay. All right, Charlotte. Hey, we'll send it. Oh, Yeah, look at Michelle. Oh, sorry, too late, Michelle.
You have
We
to
already
pick the
have a
number
winner.
before I pick the number. Silly.
Yes, Charlotte, you are the winner.
Winner,
Thank
chicken
you. Thank you
dinner.
guys for always participating
Yes.
on our show. And yeah, this was a great show. Randy shared a lot
Yes, he did.
about community and what he's doing. And he's really passionate about making a difference for the city, for the community in Manteca. And, if you guys live, anybody out there in Manteca, check him out, shoot him an email. He gave us a tour of the city. It was great. Go check out the Wolf Lodge. We're going to go there soon.
Yes, we are.
And
I heard they have really good food too.
Yeah.
Check out their food.
Yeah. Oh, my boy, Bruce. Right. I want to give a shout out to Bruce.
We do
has just published his first book. It's the poem. I can't see it.
I heard I was getting a copy.
Yes. I purchased my copy online on Amazon. Bruce, maybe you can put the link in the chat and we can share that. It's a book of poems. Bruce grew up over in Oakland and Brookfield, and he has some great stories. And he actually came out to our bingo to hang out with us one evening. So yeah, congratulations! Shout out to Bruce.
I get an autograph.
Yeah, you see, yeah, I bought mine, and then he said, "Hey, I'm going to send your wife one autograph." Thanks, Bruce. But it's all good, Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is it. The Hidden Piece in Poem.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I really love that cover too.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have him on the show. He's gonna do a book release we'll do a book release with him for his new book. And then he just dropped that link in there. You guys can get it from Amazon. Click on that link to purchase it. But thanks again to Randy for just taking the time to share about his city. And man,
he's just an all-around great guy.
Yeah.
I think the first time when we met, I just felt that connection.
We did when we met. I'm not sure how we got introduced, but we got connected, and man, it was just amazing. You know how when you meet someone and it's like, man, you got that connection. It's like, wow, this is a real dude right here. Like, there's nothing fluff or sugarcoating. It's just true, genuine dude. And so
he is. And I remember your phone rang or something. It was on I don't know. Hours or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, you must be a pastor or elder.
Our apostle called and was asking some questions. He was like, the pastor don't call you just in the middle of the day. So wow. So great. Hey, great show. Next week, stay tuned for our show. We're here every Tuesdays. Is today Tuesday? Yeah. Today is Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
The crazy thing, I just want to share this. I know we got to go. But in Hawaii, the time difference is it's only 3 hours, but it's a huge difference for me because, you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and then at 7 o'clock in the evening and the sun is shining, it's nice weather and you're tired and you're trying to figure out why. And then when you come back, now I'm waking up at 9 o'clock. Like, it's a time adjustment.
It was, I think, like right when it got dark, we were tired. So then we went to sleep at 8 o'clock, and then we'd wake up at 12 and be like, "Oh my God, I got another 6 hours to sleep."
Yeah,
what?
But it was cool because we were on vacation. We could lay in the bed, turn on the TV, watch a movie, go back to sleep. And we didn't have anything to do. So if you guys haven't taken a vacation, get yourself on a vacation. Keep a balance.
Absolutely. That now I can relate to like my friend Tony who lives out there. Yeah. She's like, okay, you guys, I'm behind in hours. But anyway, hey Tony, how are you doing?
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for being part of the show. Thank you guys for always watching our show. And you know what? Let us know if you have somebody who want to be on our show, who want to share, their business or what they're doing or their music or their entertainment. We love to have them on there. Just shoot us an email. Check us out at workvine209.com.
Yes.
All right. You guys have a great evening.
See
you next week.